Coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, this is a presentation of St. Clair College Journalism.
Hi, I'm Bird Bouchard, and you're watching MediaPlex Fall Launch. I'm your host, coming to you live from downtown Windsor, and we're here to celebrate and launch a season of MediaPlex broadcast. But first, let me introduce our interviewers. From Windsor, Ontario, second-year public relations student, Ricky Van Veen. And from Windsor, Ontario, first-year journalism student, Maddie Braun. Each will be talking with some special guests and community partners who have joined us here in the studio. So let's get started as the president of St. Clair College, Patty Franz, sends her greetings.
Hello. I'm St. Clair College President Patty Franz. On behalf of the college's administration and the entire St. Clair College family of faculty, staff, and students, it is my pleasure to participate in the annual launch of the broadcasting year of our MediaPlex. Academic integrity is a key component and an expectation in all of the college's programs, but none more so than the journalism and media and convergence. And those professional ethics is actually a subject matter of the curriculum, leading to an assurance that the reporting of our students is accurate and fair. Our MediaPlex broadcasters constantly live up to those demanding standards. In addition to being knowledgeable and technically adept, they are inquisitive, insightful, and balanced when dealing with hard news topics, and both informative and entertaining when presenting their lighter feature material. Given that these students widely and frequently communicate with our community through their various media outlets, including MediaPlex News on our Cogeco's Your TV, I'm so very proud of the way that they represent the college with their skill, energy, and integrity. To this year's group of MediaPlex broadcasters, I and everyone at St. Clair wish you all the best. Thank you.
Maddie is standing by with our first guest.
I'm here with Jimmy Parsons. Welcome to the MediaPlex. You've been on the job for about a month. What has surprised you the most?
This place is the high tech it is, and the attention to detail that the students and staff bring to the atmosphere here at the MediaPlex is tremendous.
So how do you like the MediaPlex?
It is a great place. It's been a while since I've been in here and walking the halls and seeing the students and the interaction with the labs and the things that you do here in the classroom settings. It's just been a great time so far.
All right. I understand athletics were a big part of your time here as a student. What role did you play in returning to take the chairs?
I love the team aspect. Yes, I am a graduate of the business marketing program here, so to have this opportunity was just a dream of mine, and being able to fulfill that was just a wonderful. And to have the team aspect and be a part of the team here at the college has been wonderful, and everybody has really been helpful on onboarding and making sure I know what I need to know.
What is the biggest challenge facing the college or colleges in general?
For me personally, just getting to know, coming from the private sector and getting to know how everything works here at the college. As a student, it's one thing, and then, as being part of the administration, it's another thing. So just the different nuances of the job, and still, maintaining contact with students and staff, and being able to walk the halls and meet everybody and see how everything is. That's challenging but fun.
What is the best part of your job?
Like I said, seeing everybody every day, walking the halls and getting to learn the ins and outs of the college. And like I said, just seeing here what the MediaPlex has to offer, and the students and staff has just been tremendous during my first 6 weeks on the job.
What advice would you give to a student getting started here at the college?
I'd ask a lot of questions. I've been on a lot of classrooms so far and talking to whether it's first, second, third year students, and it's always the advice of ask questions, because if you don't ask a question, then you won't know the answer. The staff here and in any program is here to help, and they want to see you succeed, so make sure you're definitely asking questions, and if you need anything, then reach out, and somebody will, if they don't know the answer, they'll find it for you.
How would you like to see the School of Media Arts and Design grow?
It is growing every day, every year, and just to sit back and watch and to be a part of it is wonderful. So I don't really have a true set in stone answer to that, but just to see it grow each and every day, and to talk to the staff and the wonderful things that they're doing has just been just great so far.
All right, thank you for joining us today. That was Jimmy Parsons. Back to you, Bird.
Ricky is here with the mayor of our beautiful city, Drew Dilkins.
We are honored to be joined by the mayor of Windsor, Drew Dilkins. Hi, Drew. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
So you've been the mayor of Windsor since 2014. What has been the most challenging part of your job thus far?
Well, I have to work with, I'm one vote of 11. I have to work with 10 other city councilors who've each been elected to represent their own wards, and they each have their own ideas. And some of the wards have different ideas that they would like to see done. So like any city, you have a limited budget, but you have more ideas, more things you want to get done than you have budget. So getting everyone to coalesce around all of the important ideas, the things that we have to deliver, and then trying to get everyone to rally around those few things that we have discretionary funds to actually help build the city, that's been a bit of a challenge.
Awesome. Well, now the easy part. What's your favorite part of the job?
Listen, I love talking to people. So whether I'm out at Costco, whether I'm walking around downtown or any other part of the city, I love just being able to engage with people and them coming up to me and talking about different ideas and how we can make the place that we live, the place that we each call home, a better place to live. And there's no shortage of ideas. People are generally very, very good. They've got great ideas, and they like me, want to see the city improve, want to see the city get better. And I love engaging with people who have great ideas to how to move our city forward.
Beautiful. Many would say you run a platform on fiscal responsibility. How are you building on it this year?
Well, listen, that's been sort of the fundamental of my two campaigns, was that we're going to continue to do things. We're going to continue to make the city better. But we're going to do it in a disciplined way. And what that really means is that you can't be everything to everyone. You really have to choose the priorities, really focus on the things that you want to deliver, and then allocate the money to those different areas. So we've been very successful, making sure that we have been very modest with our tax increases, recognizing that everyone who lives in the city is paying the bill. So we're trying to meet all of those different needs. I think we're doing a pretty good job, and there's, again, always more needs and wants than you have money to do, but we do the best that we can with what we have.
100%. And the new City Hall looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
But about a block south, there's the barn. Any new plans to do anything special with that beautiful piece of land?
Well, actually, we do. That barn is very, very old, and we actually put out, City Council asked that we put out a request for expressions of interest. So we've done that. We received a number of responses back, so our administration is going through each of those different responses to see what ideas are out there, to see which ones make the most sense. We'll present them all to City Council for their consideration, and then we may move forward with one of the plans and see something great happen in that space. It's a wonderful space downtown, and we had held it for a period of time, for several years actually, for the construction of a new Catholic Central, but for a number of reasons that didn't materialize. So we're pivoting, we're moving forward, and we'll figure out what that plan is in very short order.
So what is the future for the city of Windsor?
Well, great things. I have been incredibly blessed to see the city shine, and the city really is at a peak right now. So many great things are happening. We've got a great announcement coming up tomorrow. I can't tell you what it is, but it's going to be very, very exciting. And I think with the construction of the new Gordie Howe Bridge, really the largest infrastructure project in our nation right now, looking at what the intent of the Ambassador Bridge is, looking at the prospect of a new $2 billion hospital in our community, and all the investments that the private sector is making, I am very, very excited about the next decade in my city.
Well, thank you, Drew. We appreciate your time. Back to you, Bird.
Have you ever wondered what we do here at the MediaPlex? Let's have a look.
Journalism enables people to be well informed. It's documenting history. It's an extraordinary way for people to be connected with their community.
What happens in the world affects us. What happens in our community affects us. What happens in the province affects us. And we get to be the eyes and ears and tell the stories. There are many stories that need to be told, and those things add value to our life.
It's neat to know that so many people are relying on me. It makes you strive for perfection, or it makes you strive for accuracy.
The journalism program here at St. Clair College is a Convergence journalism program. Convergence means the merging together of print, radio, and television, and the web, and putting all different stories into 3 or 4 different platforms.
I can go out now and I can understand how to write a print. I know how to do social media. I can shoot a video. So you start to trust yourself and to use your journalistic skills.
In 21st century newsrooms, journalists have to be able to do it all.
We ask every one of our reporters to tell stories in multiple ways.
There's a different style of writing for print than there is for radio, than there is for television. and it's really important that the information gets out that is true to those platforms.
We are one of the few, if not the only, program that is actually taking students to a live broadcast and giving them that opportunity and that experience.
I want to be a journalist because I think I like to listen other stories.
午间好，这里是媒体综合新闻节目，我是谭一丹，欢迎收
I
看
find。that the students that come out of St. Clair College are already at or above where some of our broadcast employees have been over the last several years.
I feel that I made the greatest decision I could by choosing this program because I have learned so much, and I think that I can only grow from here.
I would hands down recommend the program to someone considering it. I would recommend it to someone that's not even considering it. They teach you such a vast array of different skills, different platforms, different things that you could really apply to so many different careers.
Based on literally hundreds of interns I've seen over the years, St. Clair students are better prepared to go into the work environment in media than most students coming out of colleges and universities across North America.
I think it's that very comprehensive curriculum that we have that creates converged journalists that sets this journalism school apart.
I can tell you firsthand that this is the place to be. I'm a graduate of the journalism program, and I've recently came back to study media convergence. And who better to tell us what goes on right here at the MediaPlex other than our fearless leader, Veronique Mandel. She's standing by with Ricky.
Obviously, lots of excitement here.
I'm fearless.
Lots of excitement here with the start of a new broadcast year. What can you tell us to expect?
What is so wonderful about a new broadcast year primarily is that we have students who are returning, but we also get to have a new batch of students who are coming in with all that talent, and it really gets all of us revved up because we see so much possibility, and it also means that because of this new talent coming in, we can expand what we offer here in the MediaPlex. So it's a very exciting time when we get to this fall launch period.
100%, I have to agree with you. So what's going on new here at the MediaPlex?
Well, of course, one of the things that's happened in the college throughout is that we have such a great influx of international students. And so they're bringing a different experience into the newsroom, and they're bringing experiences from all over the world. And we have a lot of them in various programs here in the MediaPlex, the journalism programs, the public relation, and we also have them here in our business programs. And so there's a really great synergy going on, I mean, not just throughout the college, but particularly here in the MediaPlex.
Awesome. So you're the head of two programs, journalism and media convergence. What would you tell these students headed into these programs?
I would really stress that these are hands-on programs, and to be really committed to coming to school, to the classes, and really learning these processes well, because if you're not here in the building, you're not learning. And in a very skills-based hands-on program, you really need to be here where the experts are telling you and showing you how to do it. And if you think that there are no media jobs, if you come in and you're all in, you are going to get work.
So what makes journalism and media a great career path in the future?
I think because it opens so many doors. There are many people who come into these programs and they don't necessarily want to be reporters on the street, but there's probably about 47, at the last count, there was about 47 jobs that young people with a journalism education could actually tap into. We've had students go on to become lawyers, to go on in the film world, and so a journalism education gives you so many skills that it actually opens more doors than you could imagine.
Well, thank you for telling us about all these amazing possibilities with the MediaPlex. Back to you, Bird.
We are well represented by international students here at St. Clair. Maddie is standing by with one of them.
First of all, tell us where you're from.
I'm from the capital of India, New Delhi. So New Delhi is in the northern side of India.
So why did you choose St. Clair College?
I chose St. Clair College because there were many, I had many courses being offered, but I wanted to know the depth of media. So the MediaPlex is one hell of a college, so why not enroll in St. Clair?
What is the biggest difference between living in Windsor and home in India?
It's basically like when you are in home, so you get all the facilities and your parents are there to guide you. So when you step into new places, you have challenges. So yeah, the people here in Windsor are good. So as per the timing, I'm not having any challenges.
What are you studying here?
I'm studying media convergence here. So.
All right. And how are you enjoying St. Clair College so far?
It's not like I'm enjoying it. I have quite a few assignments, but yeah, the people here are quite good. So I have few international friends now, so it's easy to communicate in class, and yeah, it's going good.
What's the best thing about being in Canada so far?
The best thing is you get a lot of time for yourself. So I'm more of an introvert, so I like the space of myself. So yeah, it's good. I get plenty of it. So.
What advice would you give to any international student coming to study in Canada?
First of all, it's not a challenge being in Canada. It's good. The people here are good. They help you out. So yeah, if you are afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, so Canada is the right place to start from.
Right. Thanks for joining us, Prab Nayak. Back to you, Bird.
We have many community partners, and Crime Stoppers is one of them. We promise to be on our best behavior.
Welcome, Christina, and we're very happy to have you here. We'd just like to know some of the things that Crime Stoppers does for our community and what exactly it is.
Okay, well, Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit, anonymous reporting program that's dedicated to solving crime in Windsor and Essex County. We work in conjunction with the media, the police, and the community to generate tips to solve crime.
So, why is this important for our community?
Well, this is important because, of course, crime affects everyone in our community, and we hope that if somebody has information about a crime and that it requires investigation, that they'll provide us information if they wish to remain anonymous.
So, as a citizen, what is your best recommendation for me?
Well, if you do have information on a crime that has occurred, requires investigation, or any information about any crime, you can call our Crime Stoppers program to remain anonymous and provide that information to us in hopes that we can help solve that crime.
So, what will you be doing this year at the MediaPlex with us?
Well, this year we are very much looking forward to our ongoing partnership that we've had with the MediaPlex program. And on Tuesdays, we will be here for your live TV segments, and we'll also be here on Friday mornings for the live radio show.
So let's get to the juice and meat to this. Is there a crime of the week?
Yes, there is a crime of the week that I'd like to speak to you about tonight. On Monday at approximately 3 a.m., there was an armed robbery that occurred in the 1000 block of Lausanne Road. A suspect entered the convenience store, pointed a firearm and demanded cash, and then ran southbound from that location. So if anybody has any information on this crime, you can attend the Crime Stoppers website or also go to the Windsor Police website, look at the photos of the suspect, and if you wish to remain anonymous, call Crime Stoppers. If you do have other information, you can also call the Windsor Police Major Crime Unit.
Well, thank you for all your information. Back to you, Bird.
Now let's take a look at what some of our graduates have to say.
I have been a professional photographer for 4 years. I got my start at St. Clair.
I've been in radio 18 years. I got my start at St. Clair.
I've been a sports broadcaster for 4 years, and I got my start at St. Clair College.
St. Clair College really helped build the fundamentals of my career. Walking into this building and now being able to use everything that I learned in class has now enabled me to really reach out and expand my career in the working world.
St. Clair helped me get into radio by giving me the skills, writing, communication, organizational skills, but mostly they put me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I never thought I'd be in radio. If you would have asked me 20 years ago, if you're going to be on radio, I'd say no way. I'd say I'm a really great bartender, and I might be a part-time writer, and that's about it.
Best part about my job is meeting new people and being a part of situations for which St. Clair can prepare you with. That's the beauty of this program.
St. Clair Journalism, start here, go anywhere.
The Windsor Express is another one of our community partners. Not only is Erin Sanders a journalism and media convergence graduate, he is also the voice of their broadcast.
Erin, I know that you're a graduate of the journalism program and media convergence. What are you doing now?
Well, right now, like what Bird said, I'm the broadcaster for the Windsor Express. Really stoked for the 2019-2020 season. In addition to that, I also broadcast St. Clair sports in addition to doing their volleyball games and basketball games as well.
What did your time here at the MediaPlex prepare you for your career?
Well, it prepared me about pretty much everything that you have to learn about media. Behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and everything else. It taught me how to be a multitasker. It taught how passionate you have to be about this. Like when you have a vision, don't be afraid to get it on out there, because who knows, it could end up as a project. It could end up nationally or locally, if you will. So it taught me so many things that we might be here till the evening if I started discussing about that, but it's taught me a lot of things.
And what is the best thing about your job?
The best thing about my job is being interactive with people. I'm a people person, and I love talking to people, whether if it's sports or what's going on today, because I realize when you talk to people, you're also going to gain connections too. And connections will help you go a long way in this field too.
What are some of the difficulties young journalists faced in the real world?
Well, it comes down to a matter of many things. Number one, it's just the professionalism. Like, say, for example, if something goes a little bit haywire, you have to improvise, think on the spot, and that's going to help you out there. And number two, being accustomed to yourself, being yourself, basically. And a lot of people, they realize there's a little bit of a challenge when you're in front of the camera or just doing stuff behind the scenes and the deadline. It's a little bit of a challenge, but all you have to do is just breathe and just realize what's in front of you right now. Just break it down piece by piece, and things will be easier for you.
What's the best preparation tip for going on air?
You know what, just make sure everything is all accurate. Just make sure that you're calm, cool, and collected, like I said, because you know what, there's going to be people watching. And the most important thing that you have to take in is, you know what, they like seeing what's going on. If it's sports, they like to see the action, and you're narrating the action. If it's about news, they want to hear what's going on. So if you want to prepare, just make sure you do your homework. Just make sure you say, hey, you know what? Let's go out there. Let's have that positive energy. Let's have that vibe. And I think you're going to get along just fine.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Erin. Back to you, Bird.
Public relations is also a part of the MediaPlex, and Shelley Divnick-Haggart is one of the awesome professors here in the program. She's standing by with Ricky.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Ricky.
How is St. Clair's public relations program different from others?
I think like all St. Clair programs, our public relations students really get the chance to learn in a hands-on way. It's not all about the chalk and talk. They're out there, as you've seen, forming those community partnerships with organizations like Crime Stoppers, the Express, the Bridge Authority, all kinds of things that are happening with, outside the classroom. And I think that's really important, because sitting and being lectured at is not necessarily always the best way for a student to learn something.
And I 100% agree with you on that one. But what's new that we can expect for the public relations program this year?
We've certainly seen some growth in our PR program. As Veronique mentioned earlier, we're seeing more international students, which is really enhancing things for all of our students, getting those different viewpoints and different approaches to things. We're also seeing social media play a bigger role. We're starting to layer in some new courses and new internship opportunities every year as people find out more about what our public relations students are capable of.
Beautiful. So can you tell us a little bit about the PR Club and what they have to offer?
Our PR Club is one of our strongest clubs. They work all year long on some different activities to enhance what they're learning as well. They do a lot of fundraising, and it all goes towards a trip that they plan for themselves at the end of the year, where they go to a larger center like Toronto or Chicago. As a group, they connect with people at other public relations and marketing firms and really get a glimpse of what things are like on the job day to day.
So, who would you say should consider enrolling in this program?
I think anyone that likes telling stories and anyone that likes people. So if you're communications, if you're studying communications somewhere else, if you've got a degree in political science, if you even went through or completed St. Clair College's new social justice degree, I think that there's something in the PR program to offer you.
So, what career opportunities could you go into from a PR degree?
I think the list is endless. Communications coordinator, press secretary, fundraising, program development, marketing. There's just event coordination. There are so many things that we have seen our graduates accomplish as a result of what they learned here in our 2-year program.
So, how can people contact you for more information on the PR program?
Well, I think first of all, everyone needs to tune into the MediaPlex on Facebook and follow us, of course, on our social. That's at the MediaPlex on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, you can drop by the MediaPlex here at the corner of University and Victoria, or you can give one of our coordinators a call, either Veronique or Rebecca.
Well, beautiful. Thank you for all your time. Back to you, Bird.
Like Shelley said, the Public Relations program is one of our amazing programs here at the MediaPlex. Let's have a look.
So public relations is like being a bridge between an organization and their public. As this public relations expert, you are a liaison, so you have to connect the brand or the business or the company with their public in such a way that the public responds to them in a positive manner. So the advantages of taking public relations at St. Clair College is that we have access to the MediaPlex. Now the MediaPlex offers us a converged education. It's one of 3 in the world and the only one in Canada. What that means is that we're taught in film, broadcast, radio, there's graphic design, we do event planning, we write all sorts of press releases, we work in tandem with the journalism club. So, at the end of everything, you can communicate any professional message across any medium. So what do you think about public relations?
We are nearing the end of our first show of the year, and we would be remiss if Veronique didn't get the last word. I mean, she kind of is the boss. So Vero, how did we do today?
I think it was absolutely wonderful. You know, at 5 to 6, everything seemed as though it was all up in the air and the balls were tossing, and all of a sudden everything just took root. And everybody behind the scenes and in front of the cameras all did an absolutely wonderful job. But can I just remind everyone that on election night you have to tune in here, because our crew are going to be involved in a really great election coverage, and one of the only ones actually going live in this area. And so I think this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for our students, but also for the community to see what we can do.
Well, thank you so much, Vero. We do appreciate it. And thank you for joining us. I hope you will tune in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. right here on your TV, Cable 11 or HD 700. I'm Bird Bouchard for Ricky Van Veen and Maddie Braun. You've been watching MediaPlex Fall Launch 2019.
MediaPlex News Now is a production of the St. Clair College Journalism Program.